Hi, Andrew Cooper, Advice for Living Financial Planning. Federal budget came down last night, so I wanted to do a quick video, I'll keep it as short as I can, covering off the issues from the budget that I think may be of relevance and interest to our clients. First thing is that, sorry, and I apologise for looking down, but I've got a list of things from the budget because I can't remember them all off by heart. First thing is that super guarantee contributions, so for people working, will be increased to 10% from the start of next financial year, so 1 July 21. So they will go from 9.5% to 10%. Also, at the moment, people who are working part-time or casual need to earn more than $450 a month from each employer in order to accumulate super from that employer. That threshold will be taken away as of the 1st of July 2022. So basically all work will now attract superannuation contributions. Also, in terms of superannuation contributions, older people will now have greater access to superannuation. So people up to age 74 will be able to make after-tax contributions without having to satisfy the work test. They'll also be able to make salary sacrifice contributions. They can currently have superannuation paid on their behalf from employers, but they weren't able to make super guarantee, they weren't able to make salary sacrifice or after-tax contributions. So that will be handy for a number of people, particularly if we're talking about inheritances or maybe home sales and that sort of thing. On the subject of home sales, some of you will be aware of the government's downsizer program. What that currently allows is if you are over 65 and you have owned your house for 10 years and you sell it, you can contribute up to $300,000 into superannuation per person, which has been used by quite a number of people in our practice. The government has said from the 1st of July 2022, the age requirement will now go down to 60. So you'll be able to, if you've owned your home for 10 years and you're 60 or over and you sell it, then you can contribute up to $300,000 per person into superannuation. On the subject of saving for houses, the government a couple of years ago started a program called the First Home Saver scheme, and what that means is people can make contributions into super and then later on withdraw those contributions to pay a home deposit. You are restricted, unfortunately, to only $15,000 of contributions a year, but the government has increased the amount you can withdraw from $30,000 up to $50,000. Again, that will apply from 1 July 2022. Also, the low and middle income tax offset has been retained. That affects the real sweet spot for that is people earning between $48,000 and $98,000 a year. They will get an offset of about $1,080 a year. So not huge, but you may as well be in your pocket as not. Affecting some people who are studying, self-education expenses for people who are working, normally the first $250 you can't claim. That threshold has been taken away. So now all of your work directly related self-education expenses can be claimed. So that could be useful for some people. At the other end of the scale, there's a pension loan scheme that some of you may be aware of, and where you can effectively get a reverse mortgage from the government, as it were, and receive up to 150% of the age pension per year as basically an income, and it counts against the equity in your home. That has been altered a bit so that firstly there is now what's called a no negative equity guarantee in it. So that means if you were drawing for an extended period of time and what you had drawn actually was worth more than what your house was worth, then when you pass away, your family isn't liable to make up the difference. So there's a no negative equity thing there. And also they're now allowing you to take lump sums, whereas previously you could only basically dribble out a pension out of it, whereas now you can actually take a lump sum. They're not very big, the lump sums, but you can take some out. Also, Childcare subsidies have gone up for those people with children in childcare. If that affects you, then you probably are well aware of the situation, so I won't go into the detail. Lastly, the government has done some stuff in aged and home care. They are talking about 80,000 new home care packages. Now that's actually spread over 2 years. So there'll be 40,000 packages next financial year, so 1 July 21, and then another 40,000 in 1 July 2022. We don't know at what level they are. Those of you that are receiving them will understand what that means. We suspect probably most of them will be level 1 and level 2, which are the and the lower level packages, and inevitably less 3s and 4s because they're expensive and hard to get and that sort of thing. In terms of aged care, the government has said a lot of words, not a lot of numbers and so forth. The one thing they are doing is that the government's basic daily supplement that they provide to the aged care facilities is going up by $10. So there'll be another $10 a day per person going in, which they're hoping will increase the quality and value of food and care and that sort of thing. I don't know how much $10 a day will make in terms of difference, but that's what the government's doing. There's a whole range of other things they're talking about, more information and face-to-face contact and stuff like that. We'll see how that goes. We don't know. So that's there is a whole range of other things in the budget, but they are the things that we thought were probably of most relevance to our clients. In the email that goes out to our clients, so if you're watching this from the email, then I'm going to attach the budget summaries from Challenger, which relates to particularly to retired people, and also the Colonial budget, because it's quite good. It covers a whole range of stuff that's in the budget, some of which won't be of any interest, but if you want to get the full story, then it's quite a good summary. I know I should know. I've read a few of them this morning. The last thing I wanted to say is not budget related, but only because it's very concerning. Again, we've had more clients get scammed through computers, and so I just wanted to give you just I suppose another warning and another a bit more information. I suppose the important thing to say is if anything appears on your computer screen and says something's gone wrong, you need to press this button or do something, do not do that. Whatever you do not press any buttons, right? Right. Microsoft will not send you stuff. Apple will not send you stuff. That's just not how they work. So if you see something like that, please don't press any buttons. What you would do is just either get rid of it, but again, be very careful with that, how you do it, or alternately simply turn off your machine and call someone, to call one of these computer geeks or something to come and to get it, because believe me, that will be cheaper than what's going to happen if you press the button. Second thing is we're all still getting them on the phones. People are ringing up, oh, we're going to cancel your Netflix subscription, or you owe money to the tax office, or anything like that. No one will call you. Please, I cannot emphasize that enough. No one will call you. So do not answer any of those that'll say, oh, look, press button 1 to speak to somebody. Hang up. If you're worried it might be genuine, look up the company's phone number and ring them. You will find inevitably it will have been a scam. So again, I can't emphasize that enough. Please don't press anything on your computer that, when someone says, oh, look, we've infected it with a virus or something like that. If they have infected it with a virus, ring a reputable computer company and get them to come and fix it for you. Don't press the button, because we've had people threatened with, we ended up paying like $5,000 and stuff like that. We had some people the other day who looked like they may have lost $10,000. Hopefully they'll get it back. Please don't press anything. Don't give your details to anybody. No one will call you. Right? The only time you should provide that information over the phone is if you initiate the phone call, if you ring the company that you trust. So again, can't emphasize that strongly enough. And as I said, if you're worried that something's gone wrong, just turn your computer off at the wall. Even if you pull the plug out from the wall, just get it off and don't engage. Anyway, that's enough from me. Any questions, please give us a call, and we will and be happy to help. Other than that, have a great day.